Now let's look at a more conventional scandal, a defense procurement scam. Ukraine has unearthed a $40 million scam. It involves an order for artillery shells. 100,000 were bought and paid for, but they were never delivered. 100,000 shells. The scam took place in August 2022, 6 months after the Russia-Ukraine war began. Kiev was in desperate need of arms and ammunition. You may remember the desperation. President Volodymyr Zelensky begging for foreign aid. But while he was doing that, his own officials were embezzling money. The scam was uncovered by Ukraine's security service, the SBU. They conducted raids on Saturday. They say they have arrested 5 people. 2 of them were senior officials from the Ministry of Defense. Here's how the scam unfolded. The Ukrainian officials worked with the CEO of an arms company, a company called Lviv Arsenal. This firm got a contract for 100,000 mortar shells. It was worth about $40 million. This money was taken from the state coffers. It was given to the firm up front, but then a large chunk was transferred offshore to a bank account in the Balkans. The mortar shells were never delivered to Ukraine's military, making it a case of outright robbery. And remember, this took place in August 2022. It has taken Ukraine more than a year to arrest the people involved, and it comes at a time when the country is desperately in need of weapons. The security service released these pictures of the arrests, but it won't do much to protect Ukraine's reputation. Neither will Zelensky's latest stunt. He has publicly declared his income. He's pushing for a transparency drive, trying to convince his officials to release their own income reports. He hopes this will bring back public confidence, show the people that he is cracking down on corruption, and show his allies that he can be trusted. Because that is critical for him right now. Ukraine is completely dependent on foreign aid. It has already received billions in financial, humanitarian and military aid. We have some numbers. Over 80 billion from European institutions, 80 billion from EU institutions, and about $75 billion from the US. In fact, America is the largest supplier of direct military aid to Ukraine. It has sent Kiev weapons and military supplies worth more than $46 billion. This is part of the 75. Just last month, the US announced assistance worth another $250 million, but this aid may dry up. US President Joe Biden is having a tough time keeping the pipeline open. Every new request to the Congress is met with added scrutiny, which is why Ukraine needs to clean up its act. There hasn't been much progress on the front lines. Ukraine's much-wanted counter-offensive failed last year. The war seems to have come to a standstill. So more aid already looks like a waste of time and money. In this situation, corruption is the last straw, really. Ukraine's allies will feel they're lining pockets instead of helping the country. And this will cause the funding to dry up further. Zelensky has been trying to change perceptions. Last September, he sacked his defense minister, Oleksiy Reznikov. The minister was not personally implicated in any crime, but a number of defense scams took place under his stewardship, so the minister was removed. It was a face-saving stunt. Today you have Zelensky's papers and footage from a raid. But that won't be enough to motivate the soldiers on the front lines or placate Ukraine's allies. Zelensky needs to do more to clean up Ukraine's image, or the foreign funding will end and his country will be up a creek without mortars.